from the UK, then there may be times that me and Galaxy refer to Zenatti as Jude. That's just his name. It's one we are used to. So it might be a bit of a slip. We will try our best to obviously say Zenatti, but just putting that little disclaimer out there. But Galaxy, we're going to be hopping into this. This is going to be an absolute nail-biter set. I cannot wait to watch. Here we go.
Oh, baby. This is going to be nervy for both these players. I mean, you know, first game of the day, high stakes. Already they're getting into things. Just it's going to be an initial skirmish here that's like just a few hits here and there. And then at some point, both these two will be exploding into life. And straight away, Zenatti finds that opening on the right-hand side, able to open up the scoring for the larger part, but both these two keeping it pretty even. That's an early switch to Pyro. I was getting worried for a second, Zenatti thinking about going straight for the throat, but instead switches back to Mythra, and the longer you have the patience to hold on to the Mythra, I think is generally the better. Never mind, just cut his head off where he stands, why don't you? Good God.
You know what, Galaxy? I was just going to talk, about how I loved Jude's stuff there. Just the movement options that he had was absolutely incredible. And then of course the constant switch between the Mythra and Pyro was absolutely beautiful as well, just to kind of really just pile on different amounts of pressure onto a flow, because you obviously got to approach each character in a different way. But then that down it obviously to send it through, because as we kind of thought in this matchup, a flow, someone that yes can get down it pretty early, take a pretty big stock loss, but then just immediately return fire and now actually in the driver's seat. But thankfully, Mythra is a neutral machine. Once it gets a little bit going, of course, just going to take it all the way to the bank. There's a lot of damage just piled on the flow, having to snatch back the driver's keys right there.
With that, just now we saw Raflow forward air out of shield on Mythra forward tilt. If you are finding the few moves of Mythras that you can reliably punish, and punishing them on the first time of asking, that is such a useful and crucial part of this matchup to be confident in. So that's a very, very good sign for Raflow this early on. Zenatti's holding onto this stock at 140. He knows he's got to be careful at the ledge, especially, and gets clipped just about jumping by that dash attack. Doing more knockback if you're in the air, of course. Trying to get that tech chase into the down smash, but it's not going to happen. And now Raflow has an opportunity to really start to stretch this lead and really start to squeeze Zenatti for all he's worth.
I mean, this is now all onus on Zenatti right now to just try and find the stock away. Of course, going to be keeping up that Mythra, which I feel like is the best answer right now. You do sometimes see Aegis players just immediately, once they hit like the triple digits on their opponent, just swap into that Pyro. But Zenatti, obviously playing a bit different, knows that Mythra is absolute key for just having the better speed right now, better advantage when it gets something going. Of course, we are going to see the Pyro right now, though, going to just try and take that stock away. But Raflow is playing this very, very safely. Knows exactly what he needs to do. And unfortunately, the up B onto the stage is just going to be met with a big old forward smash to the face from Raflow.
Yeah. Marvelous precision. That's all it is from Raflow. Just pure dead eye behavior. Just any single opportunity that goes by his way, he snags it. It's just not hesitating, being purely confident in your own ability and knowing what move to use when. Like I say, I think the best chance that Zenatti is going to have in this set is if he finds a way to put Raflow off his game, to fluster him, to bring something different and unusual to the table. Because otherwise, if you just try to play him at his game, it's his game for a reason.
1,000,000% Galaxy, and nailed it on head. It's why we saw in that first stock as well, actually, that Zenatti was able to just get on so much damage, and obviously lead into that big old Pyro down air to take the stock away. And then, right now, I mean, we're kind of seeing a little bit of these moments of brilliance as well, where Zenatti is able to get something going, just surprise his opponent a little bit and get a bit more chip damage on. And we kind of, as you said, we need more of those moments where, he needs to show Raflow that he's not just your usual Aegis player. He's got some tricks out the bag. But it's tough to find that moment, to surprise an opponent like Raflow, who has seen it so much and played so many different players, all sorts of Aegis, mains. So to find that the surprise time, that moment is really difficult, honestly, Galaxy.
Oh, absolutely. It's gonna take a lot to surprise this man. Look at him. Roll, covered. Air dodge to the stage, covered. There's just so little it feels like you can do, and now you're stuck in the Pyra. Weaker recovery, slower aerials. There's no way to fight your way out. The up air off the ledge gets beaten out completely, but a down air onto the stage doesn't go immediately for the punish. I can't believe that up air whiff. But covering the ledge, the forward tilt. Your jump is gone, and a nair at the ledge, never mind. Goes for the down air, and doesn't quite find the timing, so instead he's got to find his way back on stage, and that is allowing Raflow to sneak back into the driver's stick, to driver's seat, to snatch that gear stick away and say, who do you think you are, Sunshine? This is my game, and you're about to find out. Down smash tech chase not quite on point. The rapid jab is gonna kill Smart.
Yeah, I mean, that's a real high percentage on Zenatti right there. So the jab is just going to take it away, especially when it's so close to Bosso on that right side. And you can see Zenatti is really hunting for it. The Pyra up B will do it. I mean, if one doesn't do the trick, you certainly know the second will do it for you. So now giving a small moment for Zenatti here to try and get it back in. This is not impossible. It's tough. But, Smash Ultimate is certainly a game built on advantage state. But unfortunately, that advantage state is never going to be given to you if you are caught by a series of up airs into your poor face.
A big old winged upper, taking the skies and snatching Juden. It's more. There's just so little for Zenatti to do in a situation like that when you've expended your resources going up and you are stuck above one of the best Sharkers in this game, both in character and in player. Wasted no time heading into the third. Just gonna have to see some pretty rock solid composure from Zenatti if he's gonna be able to take this further than a third game. But we all know it's possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's best of 5 for a reason, and we've seen across Smash Ultimate's history, as we've talked about before, times when players are just able to make that reverse for it's certainly not out. Again, it's a real tough challenge this year against someone like Raflow, but we've seen those incredible moments from Zenatti where he's able to get something going, and it all begins with moves like that up tilt, just connecting into a series of up airs. It almost damage going, but of course the foresight going to help Zenatti actually just escape that dangerous situation there. Does dip him a little bit low, but thankfully he's able to make it back. Still just trying to get back to the stage though, and the flow is pretty set on making sure that doesn't happen. Oh my god, the forward smash so close to hitting there, but Zenatti is still hanging up, but still not able to make it back yet in Galaxy.
Oh, wow, in the down two frame, just to round things off nicely. You saw how early that forward smash was committed from Raflow, just harping onto Zenatti's habits like a vulture of the mind. And that's really been doing Raflow wonders throughout this set. Goes for the Tomahawk, but Raflow just seems to be in his mind. There was a moment earlier on where Zenatti did like 2 Tomahawks and Raflow didn't flinch. This time Zenatti goes for the Tomahawk and Raflow spot dodges it perfectly. How? What? How does he know?
Yeah, it's the thing, like, before, it just seems to understand every single position, every single situation, and, knows how to react to it brilliantly. Zenatti has got to try and find a way through all of this, just find a way through this brick wall that Raflow has put up, because it is so tough to even catch this Palutena right now. Able to teleport from platform to the ground, dive off stage, really capitalize on Aegis' biggest weakness. They love the retreat there from Raflow as well, just to keep up a bit more pressure with this ledge trapping. Zenatti is able to make it back though, trying to find that up smash, but not going to do the trick just yet. Going back into this Pyre right now, needs to find the big hit just to take this stock away. Needs to do it quickly because Raflow certainly wants to try and take this stock off Zenatti just as fast.
2 frames coming up from the down tilt as well. Gets the jump snagged by the Nair. It's an even trade, but even trades when you're up a whole stock are just fine by Raflow. 2-1 in stocks, 2-0 on the scoreboard, and Zenatti has it all to do.
This is looking real tough for our hometown hero, but it's not out of it yet. There's still a stock left to play for. Gotta try and find a way through. Raflow is just naring face, gets that grab. You can see the little kind of, head shake in the player cam for Raflow. He's feeling right now, knows he was on the verge of being able to take this 3-0. but still not out of it yet. Zenatti just trying to find a way down, and down air does do the job. Very, very quick move. Finds the up smash, and that is exactly what we need, Galaxy, from Zenatti right now. Bring this down to last stock, 41%. That's not a high number.
Firing back hard, but it can get up pretty quick. Oh no! Snagged off the ledge. Your jump is gone, dragged down to hell with angels round your ankles. Nothing to do when